Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, Deep Sieger, Bunny Vulture, Mrs. Deep Sieger, and the Angel Face,
And
a-
I'm lost.
and some lost adventurers. And welcome to episode 28 of Refugee to Regent. And I am out here on this tiny little peninsula out into the ocean in front of the castle because apparently someone has found some oysters and has been harvesting pearls. Lots and lots of pearls. I think all the different colors are covered, which is going to come into play soon enough. But there is a lot to cover. Uh, Here, probably in the next couple episodes, we are going to be going to at least easy, if not normal, difficulty. And cue the whimpering. But in the meantime, we are getting some things shored up for the builds that we have thus far. A lot of work has gone into this castle biome, this archaeology here, and it is very awesome looking. I'm really digging this. The roads go around. I will show the road that goes up here in a bit, but a smeltery has been added into this nice little dark area here. Let me pop some torches down. And it is being filled with molten glass in order to make some of that version stained glass for some windows. And let me get up this road really quick to show you the windows I'm talking about, because the ones that I was using as glass panes for my house apparently cannot be sawn, so these can be the stained glass as opposed to the uh, the well the Tinker's Construct stained glass as opposed to whatever the other one is that I was using, and Deep Sieger has been doing a lot of really neat details on this place. This is awesome and amazing,
Oh,
and
oh no.
I've been busy.
yeah, you have. Oh, let's see here. Brown dye and light blue dye. Okay. Oh, fuse wood. Get away from me. I don't like fuse wood. Let me get down this road here, because the road has been extended such that it will attach to the center part of town this way via a tunnel that goes under the ground here, and it goes under my estate, which is going to work nicely for perhaps my escape route. And we're probably going to be putting some on either end a couple of guard rooms for basically just monitoring the tunnel itself, because it is a major artery going into the fort. I'm on the other side of my house. While I'm here, I will go ahead and show this part off. I have begun the work on the infirmary that I will be needing for my house for this stage, which will probably, thanks to a suggestion from Deep Sieger, be getting turned into the future guest rooms, or some of the future guest rooms, for the next stage, or the next couple of stages.
Oh no, no, no,
Uh-oh, I hear problems.
no, no, I'm fine. I didn't just try to drown myself.
Okay, good. I have finished the structure of the whole first floor of my estate here, and have this nice little grand entryway with access to the second floor. The second floor is not done, but it is completely lit. I need to add the second and parts of the third floor to actually complete the whole house, but I like the way that this turned out. I even have supports so that the structure isn't just free floating. Some of these other rooms are going to get supports. This here is going to be the kitchen area, and it will have access to the central garden, which I'll show you in a bit. On the other side of the stairs, I have what's going to turn into a washroom. And this over here is going to be the trophy room / museum, and I'm going to need to make sure I remember to include a room for the curator for the future stage. This is going to be the dining room, reception room, public meeting place. Maybe possibly have part of it set up for a ballroom or something. I don't know. This is going to be the library. This will also have access to the central garden here. And this is going to be my den, and then my workshop here. The workshop is going to have access to the outside, probably like a tiered structure that goes down and out, so I can have my smelteries and coke ovens and whatnot, and still be able to see out. Let's see here. Now, there has been a lot of busy work going on. A lot of things have been found. I hear we even have 3 buckets that have been discovered, so that'll come in handy.
That was 2.
Or 2 or 3 buckets. At least 2 buckets. How's that?
Greg found 2 on his own in addition to the one I have.
Yep.
Well then, 3 buckets total. The slums, the second set of slums over here that Angel Face put in are being slightly restructured so that they can meet the minimum requirements for this stage. But the other slums that are over here are just going to be upgraded to meet the stage requirements. Wow, nothing is loading. Now,
Do we need cattails for anything?
cattails. Let's see here. Cat
I would
tails.
assume just decorative.
Usage. They can turn into wool and brown dye. But I don't think you can grow them. I think they can only be found. They are world generated by Biomes of Plenty, it looks like.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Now, the large structure over here that was the Belladonna's house and experimentation lab and all that kind of stuff is being donated apparently to be a hospital or educational center or something for the future, because she has decided that it is just too big to keep up with. So she has reduced her footprint and is making sort of a vertical estate here. I'm not really going to go into it. It's basically just a bunch of rooms stacked on top of one another. A little personal mine, and what was this? A gardener's residence? Yeah, the gardener's little domicile. So instead of occupying all that space and trying to make some sort of judgment on what rooms are going to go where, she's just going to be donating that to the cause of future structure
bored of it.
requirements. Do what?
I got bored of it.
You got bored of it. Now, over here, the path has been continued down to the exit of the city on this side from Bunny Vulture's residence, and he has been very busy. First off, he finished off all the details for his house, all the little holes that were missing or things that were dirt or whatever. He's turned it into an actual proper house, and it looks pretty darn good. I like the way the white planks, the whitewood planks, go with the chiseled cobblestone that you have for the roof. That looks really cool. He has been making a windmill here, and I presume it will be getting surrounded by the some sort of small wheat farm or something. Since we do have buckets, we can actually make a couple pools of water. Let me get up on this tree a little bit. This just looks fantastic. Oh, look at that! You've added some blue.
Mm-hmm. Just put that in.
Some plank strips. That looks really cool. And obviously he's continuing with his little randomization of dirt type blocks, and this is really sharp. Oh, and you're using that for lighting under, so it shines
Yep.
through. That's awesome.
Hidden torches.
That
Visible torches suck.
that really works. Now, he has also been busy getting started on the bees. And we have now got an
Need
endless
mud?
supply of all the flowers we are ever going to need. And this is awesome. And we have, what was this, a walnut? Yep, walnut tree. And so he's
Sorry to
also been
interrupt.
doing some
Additional
some tree
questions?
breeding. What you
Do we
say?
need mud?
Do we need mud?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can make mud bricks. Hold on. I know you can make the armor out of it in the El Cheapo tools. Let's see here. Usage. Tools, armor. What were those? Oh, those are the sides? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, can make mud bricks. Okay. Usage on mud bricks. Oh! So you can cook the mud into bricks to make mud bricks. Fascinating. I will have to
So,
see.
yes, bring home mud.
Yes, bring home mud. I will have to see how that brown stacks up to the Greatwood brown. Let's see here. What else? I don't know if anything else has really been added over here to Agent's place. Agent is probably going to be joining us somewhat soonish. I'm not sure. I don't see anything really new here. His little pet walrus. Which recipe for that is 8 fish.
Really?
Yeah, 8 fish equals a walrus.
Oh, I want one.
Ooh, what's this? Bloodwood. Ah, bloodwood. Nice. That looks really sharp. Let's see here. Now, there has been a lot of adventuring going on, and I have not been present for most of it. I've been working on other projects, including my house over there, so I have not myself been doing any of the adventuring. So there's probably a lot of new places that I am going to have to find out what's where. Apparently there is a Badlands somewhat nearby, about a kilometer away, that out to the north, I think you said?
You'd have to cross the ocean.
Okay. That may be getting turned into a future city for just harvesting the Badlands for the clay and the hardened clay. And then just set up shop there and have like another city or something. That could work. I don't know if it's going to be done before the end of episode 30, but the wall around the city is going to be getting restructured, and a lot of it's going to get torn down. It is, let me get up these stairs here. Deep Sieger has been busy working on a lot of different aspects of the fortifications here, and I am very keen to see how this all turns out. But he's done something really cool with the crenulations for the wall here. He's using the slabs and only keeping a 1 slab gap between, instead of having one on every other block. It's just this thin little slit, and it works really nicely. And basically, it's going to be straight stretches, either straight like this or straight diagonally, going around the whole city. instead of this, oh, it's raining, huh? I have to just deal with that. Instead of going around this windy little path that I did for my wall, he is going to just make this look absolutely amazing. And I was just floored when I saw what he was doing with these crenulations. This is really, really cool.
I found mushrooms.
You found mushrooms?
I have a herd of them.
Oh, that's right.
Slums.
I don't know.
This is the first time I've ever come across a mushroom forest with mushrooms in it.
Oh.
Right where you are.
Now, I don't know if, speaking of mushrooms, I don't know if I covered these, if these were here for the last episode or not, but some mushrooms were found and led here through some painstaking, arduous manner, I'm presuming. But we have access to mushrooms. I think it probably would be better to just go after mushrooms, because what you can do is get the mushroom stew, shear them for the mushrooms themselves, which turns them into a regular cow. Then you can milk them, and then you kill them, you get leather and beef and experience. So it might be more efficient to just breed mushrooms than it is to breed cows once we get shears readily available during the next stage. But for right now, it's going to have to be murdering cows in the face. Now, I think there's probably a couple other things that I have forgotten to mention, so I'm going to look that up really quick, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have made it up to one of these slime islands by the clever use of a bajillion scaffolding and some dirt, so I can get at the slime tree. I have, on the way out here, learned that someone already stole the slime tree off of that island, but I'm up here anyway. I am collecting the slime blocks, the slime tree, to get some saplings, but I discovered something. This slimy grass, which I'm sure can be harvested via silk touch, if you place dirt next to it, deep seeder drown. You drown!
I did.
Why did you drown?
Join me in death.
Well, at least I get to be buried next to you.
Did you drown because Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, that's absolutely why I drowned.
Did you drown in your sadness?
I was trying to build a seawall and I kind of got stuck underwater.
You drowned in your sadness of the loss of your wife.
Sadness. I was so sad I was building a wall.
I think you people are sexist because when I died, we got to make fun of me. But when he dies, we make excuses as to why it wasn't a dumb mistake.
Well, that's because I've already copped to the fact that it's a dumb mistake.
Now,
I own my dumbness.
Your face is a butt.
It's,
that is going on your tombstone.
Your face is a butt?
Deep Seeder Drown, episode 28. His face is a butt. So I have come over here to see where this drowning occurred, and he is apparently building the city walls out to there as a sort of seawall, and there's talk of a lighthouse at one of the bends in the wall. Is this out here? Is this correct? Where
yes.
On this side of the city?
Where it terminates in the water, I will probably next stage build a lighthouse.
Okay.
But that's also where the seawall will begin, and I will just follow along the coastline and tidy that up so we can have a nice and proper harbor, 2 docks and all.
Okay. Works for me. Now, I am going to come up here and take a look at the new resident of the graveyard.
Oh.
Because I must document. There was a death in the family, and so there shall be mourning.
I put flowers on your grave because I love you.
Thank you, dear.
Puffy heart.
Full
so
damage.
much barfing the barf.
Oh, there's already flowers here. Okay, and the same type of flowers that I was going to. This one will go for Yorick. There we go.
We knew him well.
Deep Sieger, episode 28. Drowned. His face was a butt. There it is for everyone to see.
Honey.
Right next to Mrs. Deep Sieger. And they're up and
Whose
about, so
face is
clearly
that?
they are the undead. So there must be some sort of fantasy element
We do plant.
because they're up and moving around, and they are also buried. So
Oh, yeah.
I call
Please
shenanigans.
note that the graveyard is not well lit and will remain so.
Oh, a secondary spawning area.
Yep. So
Aye.
we need to fence that in appropriately.
Yes, it will need to be fenced in, and now that it is arranged such that basically now that you've got this side of the castle, I presume, as done as it's going to be, other than obviously the mausoleum, I think it's safe to go ahead and start walling that in.
Yeah.
Should be? Okay.
Although for the mausoleum, feel free to
Yeah,
go
the
ahead and
extra bucket.
enter. You will find out
Bucket.
the
have
connection
it on
has
me.
been made.
Where is it?
The connection.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Ooh.
Downstairs.
Ooh. Ooh. This is... Oh.
Question.
Yeah.
The stone that I just pulled out of the furnaces, do you want that turned into white stone?
Yes, please.
Okay, I see how this connects. Neat.
So I'm probably going to wall that tower off, at least the lower levels of it.
I see
so
you
that
have
it
a
can be
circle.
proper mausoleum / catacomb thing.
I see you have a circle here
I do.
of the white stone marking off the interior. Hey, that works. All right.
That lines up with the interior of the towers above it.
Well, I think with the passing of Deep Sieger, I think that this is a good point to wrap up the episode. So, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or concerns, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. If you like this video and you like what we're doing here, please give a like. We do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when our future stuff comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, Deep Sieger, Mrs. Deep Sieger, Bunny Vulture, and the Angel Face. And we will talk to you later.